Hello everyone, T-Man978. Welcome to another lunchtime special. This time it's G.I. Joe Classified Series Footloose, who was a G.I. Joe operative, and he is number 156 in the ongoing series. Here is this artwork right there with this QR code and these symbols that mean stuff. Here's the artwork they have on the back. Here is that image right there that's supposed to be like an Easter egg for something that doesn't exist in the toy line yet, besides Dusty. I wish I'd have seen that. I would have brought Dusty with me. Oh yeah, and here's this artwork. Footloose is apparently a space cadet-like character. I think he's probably depicted as a hippie. It's been a minute since I watched the cartoon with him in it. Anywho, from what I've seen of his cartoon images, his outfit is way more plain and basic. He does have this grenade up there, but I believe he just has straps going down into a belt. And his colorway was like bright green with brown camo on it. Nothing near this much deco. But he comes with 7 accessories right here, not including the bracelet on his arm right here that I believe Heavy Duty came with. That's removable. And this watch that's removable, which I also believe Heavy Duty came with. And that's, let me see if I can zoom in on that. Wow, that is a lot more detail than I'm used to. You need magnifying eyes to see that. But anywho, he comes with a basic pistol that has, and let me zoom back in. Basic pistol. It has a blast effects port. It can port into this holster. You get a combat knife. Ports right there. Get his backpack. Looks like this. And every single time I decide to do this, I wash my hands so much at work. I always forget to put on lotion. I need to remember things like that since I'm basically a hand model. Okay, we got that. We get this helmet with the lights on the front. Now his helmet in the cartoon was way more basic with just a few pieces of leaves. He didn't have like a headset connected to it. It's pliable. Getting this on him, you know what, let's do that later. Oh man, I forgot what this thing is called already. I did a whole thing yesterday where I looked it up so I could see how you're supposed to hold this. But when this is like in its basic form, this right here is a hatch that unlocks from here. This telescopes out, you hold it, and then there are 2 sights, and there's a button up here that can shoot out the missile. Here's what they put on the front of this thing right here. And I'm gonna have to stop it because it's driving me up the wall. I knew the name of it. It's a LAW, light anti-tank weapon. He has this missile that can port in here well. Doesn't really fall out. I mean, you can get it stuck in there. And we get this right here with the removable magazine. And that's only loosely in there. This is a gummy weapon right here. Look at this. Super gummy. It goes back into the shape, but it is definitely pliable. And we know how people feel about that. But let's get into Footloose. He's pretty much a one-to-one, like a realistic version of his cartoon image. He would really look like himself once I put the helmet on. He has low hair, which is a problem because he could only look up about that much. I went in and cut the neck to give him better range, but we'll get into that. We see he has the reverse or mirrored American flag right here. We get the 4-leaf clover right there. let's show his back. He has a magazine right here, but it's not removable. And I'm used to this type of situation being modular, but that is actually glued or attached in some type of way. I'll let you look at this uniform. He does have swivel down here, so you can see what body this is from. But swivel, kick forward, kick backward, ankle pivot, double jointed knees. Legs can kick out to the side all the way, kick back some, kick forward a lot, like the retro card Duke. Add the side pivots and rotation and ab crunch to that kick, and you can really kick up, which is nuts. You see the shoulders go out 90, you get butterfly joint, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that go basically all the way up. This hand is horizontal hinge, while this one is vertical hinge. And with the neck, you get side tilts, kind of stiff, can come forward a bit, go back, and I modified the neck so that you can tilt on the top of the dumbbell. How did I modify the neck? Let's see. I heated this up, pulled the dumbbell out, and I used an X-Acto knife to cut a channel back there, because it was going from here to about here, but now I haven't been able to go back. I might even cut some more. And here's what the inside of the head looks like. That hole is deep in there. So that's one of the issues stopping him from being able to look up. Like, they might have needed to make the hair softer, or I was also thinking about cutting the hair behind the ear to see if that would help. But let's get him all suited up. Here he is all geared up with everything he comes with. So that's cool. Now, I did used to like when you could connect the guns to their backpacks. I know people didn't like the extra peg, but if they had some type of extra hook on every backpack, that would be great, so you can get the rifle in there and they didn't have to hold the rifle and they could still keep it on their body. That would be nice. One thing I didn't go into is the skin is painted right there depending on the lights you're in, and I'm in a major LED light in this room. It will look a different color on the camera. In person it looks super duper close. Here he is holding the law. Now I switched over to this side because of the ability for this hand to actually hinge in because of the horizontal hinge. But now that I have it like this, he's not even using that. But anywho, cupping hands. Cupping hands are great for poses like this because once I take his hand out of this pose, it's going to be wide open and warped, and he will not be able to hold his guns great. So, cupping hands, everybody. I brought that up on my Facebook page because the Snowcat drivers are for the HasLab that they want to fund, which is going to get funded. Let me just say that. Each character that you can unlock and the character that comes with it has a coffee cup. So I was saying it would be nice if they had coffee cup holding hands. And somebody was like, they can hold it the same way they can always hold everything, with trigger hands. I didn't know whether they were just telling me, duh, use the hands they come with, or they were just making fun of the fact that everybody holds everything because they only come with one set of hands mostly. You never know on the internet. See? Do you think he'll be able to hold this gun? Think again. So I'm going to have to fold his hand up and wait a second. Before I forget, here he is with the helmet on. I don't believe he often was depicted without this helmet. But the toy, the original 80s toy, came with the ability to take the helmet off if you wanted to. And the lights on the front are like glued. I haven't been able to take that off, or at least I don't want to. That's staying on there. Here he is next to a Range Viper and a Valaverse Praetorian. Remember they was making fun of Hasbro when I forget the the two like army builders were released and they were kind of short, or the male figure was kind of short. Steel Brigade, I think that's what it was, and they were making fun that, saying that they were shrinking. He's almost taller than this Range Viper, and the Range Viper is one of the taller guys in the line. So that goes to show you, don't jump on negative hype out there. But anyway, I like this guy. Main complaints is the gummy nature of this. I did have some other issues when I opened it. I can't recall what those issues are. If anything, I will mention this. I noticed while doing this review that, I don't know, it looks like that paint scraped off at some point, and it looks like it's happening on that knee. It doesn't bother me. He's an army person. Yes, that's what he specialized in. That's what the branch he joined before G.I. Joe. So I don't care, but yeah, that's a thing. I don't know whether it was like that when I opened it or when I put him in a sandwich bag to bring him here. So that's a thing that can happen, so be careful. Anyhow, I like him. He's cool. He's good. I definitely like that leg articulation. His articulation is good altogether, and he definitely looks good. And he comes with enough stuff that I don't really have anything to complain about. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.